brings our last candidate for tonight, Steve Lyda.
Hi, I'm Steve Lyda. I'm the last candidate for the night, so hopefully you all stay with me tonight. Why am I running for a vice for on Flower Mound Town Council? Well, I think the answer is pretty obvious. I really wanted to run for president this year, but I really wanted a bigger challenge, wouldn't use my talents better, so I decided to go ahead and run for town council again, for a re-election of town council. So hope you bear with me. I got a chance to talk to our college Republicans. I think it's really great that our college kids are out here tonight, and give them a big hand. It's great that young people get involved in local government, you know, and I asked them, are you thinking about running for office eventually? And I said, you know, some of the things you need to think about when you run for office, decide to run for office, especially now in the Republican Party, is you need to identify with a strong Republican, you know, person that you can go up to. So I know you're all wondering too, I am a Richard Steenson Republican, so just get that out of the way. I work as a software engineer. I'm kind of an atypical politician, if you will. A native Texan, father of three. I started service in 2000. I actually applied for the same seat that Al did and lost to him. I also started my service in 2008 as a member of the Transportation Commission, one of the founding members of that. It was great to start off a new board and commission, one that was brand new to Flower Mound, and build it up and make it strong. I'm also active in the community. I'm a member of the Wellington Finance Committee. I'm the chair of that. I'm a member of the Summit Club, Wellington PTA. I volunteer at my church's religious education program, and I'm a soccer coach. Good council member, bad soccer coach. So just remember that. I'm really happy the shape that Flower Mound is in. I'm proud that over these last 2 years we've been able to handle it. I look at our agenda tonight that these members in this body put out, and I think to myself, wow, look how these items have changed. What if we had had this meeting 2 years ago? What would be the 5 top items on this agenda? And the only thing I can explain is that I must have done some good work along the way. And I'm very proud of that work. We came in saying that we were going to pass one of the most comprehensive, or review our oil and gas ordinances. We ended up passing one of the most comprehensive oil and gas ordinances. We turned into a place, we turned Flower Mound into a place that people looked at. We had TV cameras in every one of our council meetings, people watching us, people were being interviewed left and right. We don't have that anymore at Flower Mound. Flower Mound is a place that people look up to. People are copying our ordinances. People are copying what we're doing in Flower Mound. We are leading by example. One of the things I like to do from the external course is stay fiscally conservative with our budget. We've had a lot of talk on council about how to move projects forward, and that always costs money. And I always appreciated the conservative position this town has taken with regard to projects in town. And I would like to maintain that level of conservatism. We're seeing increases in sales taxes. Our property values are one of the highest in the area, and they continue to increase. And that also helps out our tax revenue as well. So don't forget about that. We don't want to do something that would damage our town's quality of life simply because it would damage our property values, and that would also damage our town's finances. So I'm always weary about keeping our budget fiscally conservative. On economic development, or the idea that the town is hard to do business with, you know, I met somebody when I was out campaigning, and they summed it up in one sentence. It's like, asked him, it's like realtor, and this guy's supporting me, and he said, yeah, I think the town's hard to do business with, but I can't find enough homes to sell to people. People love coming to Flower Mound. People come to Flower Mound because it is a special place. And I've tried to do everything to keep Flower Mound a special place. And to really understand why Flower Mound is a special place, you have to understand the history of Flower Mound. And I choose to look into that as well. I grew up in Houston. Houston has no zoning. We need to be careful when we talk about zoning, especially when it comes to mixed use and things like that. What do I think about mixed use? I look at every project. I'm not going to pre-bias a project and stuff like that, but the thing is, I also worry about our quality of life. I worry about our citizens' quality of life, and to protect their health, safety, and welfare. We need to look at businesses that people want, and I think that you know, with our vote last night, we've actually started to come forward. Now that we've put the big issues to bed, we can now start coming forward and take these other issues that we have in town that we haven't been able to address because we've been consumed by trying to take care of our people. We need to bring businesses in that are fit to fly around, and by gosh, when I approve a project, I want to make darn sure that we have that development happen in town. I think one of the worst things is we have to answer as council members is, why is that Riverwalk not coming in? What's going on with Parker Square? If I were to approve something else in my next term, I definitely want to make sure that I don't have to answer that question. I want to make sure it's a home run for fly around. We've been asked about transparency, and it seems to be a common theme amongst what we're doing. I'm an Eagle Scout. I don't like dirty things. We've done some things. We've broadcast all our meetings. We've put everything online. You can now go see any council meeting, any board and commission meeting that we have. We've revitalized our boards and commissions. We've brought more people into the process. More people leads to more accountability. This year, we had a record number of applicants for our board and commissions. We also have meetings with our HOA leaders, and we keep our community informed. We have answered the call for transparency. Lastly, I really support the economic development in this town. I too had an experience similar to Mr. Dixon's where I was watching on TV. I got to watch him do something that made me want to run for council again. And I watched every one of his meetings in 2009 when he voted against several things that would have put the argument of gas drilling to bed long before it ever became a problem, and long before I would have ever been on council. And he had the opportunity to do that as a member of council. And I was disappointed in him. I guess he's disappointed in me about the Kroger. But all I can say about the Kroger is that when I was campaigning against Mr. Dixon in 2009, I got a call from my wife, and my daughter Aubrey had gotten hit by a car in a Kroger parking lot. And I'm always worried about health, safety, and welfare. I often said, and you've heard me say it before, that people need to stand up for people who cannot stand up for themselves. And my vote on the Kroger, I'm still confident with it, and I'm getting the signal. I'm proud of the vote I did. I ask you to go look at my website, www.stevelyda.com. If you want to hear the rest of my stories or answer any more of my questions, then just please let me know. Thank you.